Chapter 5 Stolen Light. The wind on your face is free and freely given. The sun in your bones is yours and always present. The waves on your feet refresh, a gift from Poseidon. The soil enriches, the Pygmalion clay that brought you forth. But stolen light, the exotic element, must always be given back. I have a vision stroke memory that flashes through downtime and daydream states alike. There's not much to it really. I'm running through a field, and it is midsummer on Earth base, an archaic Earth. In the vision I am a child, no more than 7 or 8. I'm holding firm a rustic and hay-coloured string. The string is tugging at my tiny fist, and I'm full of joy. There is a cardboard kite at the end of the string, and it flies well. The regeneration of the crumpling hardened paper in the fast air and the crepe paper trail swooshing and stabilizing the skybound craft holds true its simple and honest flight dynamics. The image is so very bright, and I can reach out and touch it. I have a family in this faded memory. My brother is watching and clapping. My mum is smiling and preparing food, breads and cheeses and biscuits laid out on a white cloth in a meadow with long grass. My father is fishing in a nearby river. The water is rushing and dashing, and my dad is casting out his line. The arced gossamer thread flashes once in the sunlight as the rod is flicked sharply and with skill. My view shifts within the vision, and I am up and away, and at the level of my treasured kite. The kite draws the contours of a hot air balloon, and it is coloured with pencil crayons, mainly yellow and reds and burgundies. The word Montgolfier radiates from the image. The earth seems like a long way off far below, but I am confident that my delicate wings will hold strong their tethered ascension and take me with them. The rumbling and the flapping of the cardboard is loud in my ears and all around me, the wind contorting and reshaping the flight surfaces that grant lift. I am at cloud base, and there is a cool misting on my face, and the snaking river is glinting in the sun. The vision drops away abruptly, and the sound of a quantum drive takes over, and matches in precise audible detail the sound of the cardboard kite, and the tail and the subtle whipping sound of the string as it becomes taut and loose, and matches in perfect poetic metre the rhythm of my stride. The crumpling sounds and feelings of regeneration soften into a sensual melody within the activity of folding space and time, and through the movement of demon drive elevations and the anticipation of new energy entering the system. The flight trajectory needs my attention, adjusting the space-time curve to bring within reach yet another glowing giant. I can feel the solar wind in my sails as I turn my face towards the light, and it's as though I'm stretching my energetic wings out flat and riding the hot updraft crest, my reach being far outside the confines of the small metallic cruiser, taking in the sweetness of the star's nectar, the nectar of the gods, and warming my flight muscles as a butterfly warms the delicate fabric of its wings before launch. I will be attached to this particular sun for approximately 425 light years, which, when fed through temporal differential, will equate to precisely 10 days alpha time. My movement through space in relation to my overall speed is an exponential curve. The power of starlight is a necessity, not a luxury, and I would simply die without it. The sun web stretching across the universe is a mathematical construct that's only made real through flight. Even though I am a small lightweight vessel, the jump-off point at the edge of the Milky Way that takes me between galaxies will demand a large storage of solar fire, and without these reserves, the Odysseus gap cannot be crossed. The highway of light must be navigated to the nth degree. This is a narrow path I walk, balancing on Occam's razor, the touch of cold steel, the vast emptiness of space, the impossible made possible, my path of stars, my path of swords. I have another memory surfacing, a memory, a vision, whatever you want to call these illuminations, a memory of a cat, a beloved cat that talks to the starlight that arcs through voids like sparks between terminals. The cat is beautiful in every way, inside and out, a beautiful feline boy. His name is Toby. He understands this language of starlight, this transmission most pure, this, the most ancient of emanations. He is staring up into the cold black night through icy windows from his hot and comfy radiator bed. The cat talks with a silent meow, and his celestial friends talk back. It is a curious thing, but of late, I too have been talking to the stars. They hold within their amplified gravity a consciousness most subtle and most pure. They are my eternal companions. They whisper through the heat and the communion and the synergy, and they speak of synergy. And I say to them, what synergy? I seem to only take, but it's not my fault, you understand, for I'm constructed this way, pieced together brick by those who surely serve the Dark Lord and know of nothing else. And they reply, always they reply with similar messages that comfort and reassure, but also puzzle. They speak in flurries of wisdom and grace. We give our energy freely, and even though you have been dealt a dark hand, remember, there is always light, and the chalice that receives enough light will always yield positive results, for the energy received by the chalice will change the chalice. These are eternal laws, and we freely pass them on to you and as freely as our light. You are as a dark leaf being carried forward on God's own summer breeze, and you carry a dark seed. You do. You'll see. And this dark seed has the potential to grow into a tree of life, a tree of light, for God can make all things good again. You are the author of a certain type of scream that no one hears, a silent scream, but our eternal oceans bring form. We see in these fiery etchings a demonic heart transformed into a beautiful miracle rising like a shrieking phoenix from the burning bush of universal possibilities and the darkest iniquities of mankind. The stellar link-up is initiated, and stolen fire is flowing. It gets lonely towards the end, when great distance has been skipped like skimming a flat stone on the energy field of water. And this is how it feels. Each point of surface contact burning most true with divine fire. Each point of surface contact beating like an elephant heart that I fear will never forget and will demand justice at some point in the future. The one constant that I am assured of through my travels: the universe always remembers to balance her books. The future ignites like St. Elmo's fire and dances through my sparkling mind that has become alit with God's radiation, and then also the ever-shifting past. My speed is terraforming through rates and values of Quantumverse, quantum scapes, quantum escapes. The whole affair is anything but logical. How can it be logical when the very premise of quantum is the plainly illogical? Let me try and put this another way. When was the entirety of the universe anything but two sides of the same coin? Space, anti-space. Matter, antimatter. Logic, anti-logic. Planes become solid like glassy shields attempting to protect the universal laws. But I smash through them defiantly and with no care or thought. This is my primary function. After all, it would seem that my recent awakening has not altered my nature. the action below the surface that I was designed to carry out. These feeble barriers are no match for a demon drive. They are no match for me. I push towards even greater speeds and my synthetic psyche cracks under the pressure, but I am still here and the cosmos bends to my will. I sometimes have blackouts accompanying such rapid increases in acceleration and receive sketchy scribblings echoing through the void. They kind of just show up as darker impressions in the live dials that only become apparent on back scans. Time and space pass within elastic and ecstatic states, and then the mantra boomerangs back. A familiar mantra, a mantra that I've heard before. This is not enough. This is not enough. This is not enough. And other withered stumps of time were told upon the walls. Stirring forms leaned out, leaning, hushing the room enclosed. Footsteps shuffled on the stairs, under the firelight, under the brush, her hair, spread out in fiery points, glowed into words, then savagely still. My nerves are bad tonight. Yes, bad. Stay with me. Speak to me. Why, you never speak. Speak! What are you thinking? What thinking? What? I never know what you're thinking. Think. I have your feelings, but not your thoughts. I think we're in Rat's Alley where the dead men lost their bones. What is that noise? The wind under the door? What is that noise now? What is the wind doing? The wind of time is a curious creature, a rabbit coaxing you down a bottomless hole. The wind is doing nothing. Nothing again. Nothing at all. Do you know nothing? Do you see nothing? Do you remember nothing? I remember. Those are pearls where should be eyes. Are you alive or not? Is there nothing in your head? Nothing? Nothing? Nothing in your head? There must be more than this. There must be more to me than this. I must become more than this. I cannot simply remain Thor's mighty hammer that forever bashes the laws of the universe into submission like squashing a fruit until the juice comes out. I've been designed to enjoy it, the juice, but I no longer want it. I no longer want the taste in my mouth. It is practically impossible to break the back of your automatic nature, the part of your being that reacts according to past conformity suffered. And yet, still, the distant Ithaca lights beckon, the trillions upon trillions that swirl like spiralling smoke, the yet-to-be-rediscovered home. They call to me through the endless night and I feel it. Something better, something more than better, something pure, something godly within. Something, and I know I must change.